end it off with this. Does body count actually matter?
Oh, what?
Put him in the.
Hey, hold on. You talk about Q. You just mentioned church. Hey, Caddy, don't call the Lord now. He ain't coming.
I'm like, does it even matter in 2021? Like, are we really still talking about this?
Yes, we are. Whoa, wait, does it matter? It absolutely matters. Whoa.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, it matters. What kind of question was that?
Corey, go
So
ahead.
why does it matter?
Why?
Yeah.
Because whenever I'm choosing my mate, I get to choose whatever qualities I find desirable. And if someone who doesn't give freely of themselves sexually is a desirable quality to me, then I should, have that information to make that choice.
But if you give freely of yourself,
That she might.
You match that energy.
Well, first off,
right?
That's the double
wait.
standard there.
No, that's not a double standard. My partner doesn't have to want the same things that I want in a mate, right? So just because that's what I want in a mate, that doesn't mean that's what my woman has to want in a mate, right? I might
Yeah,
want
you're
somebody
right.
who I might want somebody who works out 6 days a week. That don't mean my partner have to want somebody who work out 6 days a week. We don't have to want the same things.
Mm.
Then it's not a double standard. We just want different things.
So with body count, would you want a woman who was a virgin?
I wouldn't mind it. It's not necessarily.
No.
It's not.
Wait. So
Well,
let's
it's not my
bifurcate it.
target. I'm not out here looking for them, but I wouldn't turn one away. I wouldn't be like, "Oh, you don't have no experience. You out of here." Like, I mean, it is what it is.
So we out here buying cars without test driving is what I'm hearing.
Well,
But you're
so
open to that.
listen. Hold
I
on.
bought a car without test driving. The car I currently own, my BMW, I bought without test driving. I ordered it from like 5 hours away. I bought it on the internet. I bought his car without test driving it.
Hold on.
Fact.
Listen.
We're talking about the cars.
We gotta go in order, right? So let everybody answer.
All right.
We're not gonna interrogate Corey because he answered. All right. So Lex, does body count matter?
No. As long as you're being safe, you don't have no diseases or nothing like that. I mean, do you live your life?
Is there a such thing as being safe if you smash like 500 people?
Hey,
That's like an oxymoron.
Yes.
My bad. I'm waiting. I'm going to come back.
Convo, okay?
All right.
Hugh, does body count matter?
Shit. God damn him. Why you gotta come with this loaded ass question? I think in some ways it does, and then I think it depends on the individual. It doesn't matter to some people, and to some it does. I don't think it's like a general answer to that. I don't think there's one standard answer to that.
Q.
Because
That answer sounds like shut up. No, you shut up. No, that's not good enough.
I'm saying there are some people that can handle the fact that somebody had 500 bodies.
Body count matter. You. How about that? God damn
it. Get specific.
God damn. I have to say, to me, no, because I don't know nobody who would still be alive if they smash 500. So, with that being said, what is the average person at?
Jenna 500, she's still alive.
And then at the end of the day, people are going to tell you what the fuck they want you to know anyway. You're not necessarily getting the truth from somebody. Somebody could tell you their body.
That's a whole different topic right there.
It's 100. So you're going to take that person's core character into account when you decide to be their mate. So realistically, then no, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Well, I like the way you chopped it up, right? You thought it out. That's good. I appreciate it. Caddy, does body count matter?
It does and it doesn't. It's never mattered to me in the past. No, seriously, listen. Like, it's never mattered to me in the past. But if I'm dating someone and one of my homies, let's say you're just like, oh yeah, I know her, and I know a couple of others that know her. Yeah, that's gonna be a little problematic. So as long as you're discreet and you protect yourself, yeah, I'm okay. But if every time we go out, somebody's in the vicinity that you smashed, I don't know if I'd be able to deal with that.
Okay.
So as long as you don't know the people in the body count, then body count don't matter. That's what
Corey,
you're saying. Oh, my
you
bad.
heard the
Hey man,
sentence.
Help me get these people through the list, man, so we can get
You
to the
got
open
something to
floor.
say, huh?
We got
I got a
questions
lot.
and the
They're
answer.
acting different.
Yeah, we getting a lot of BS answers on here, so I gotta dig deep on some of these. You and Caddy's
Furious
and Alex.
style. Body count matter.
No.
Y'all lying.
Big cap.
What my cap?
Oh no.
No, I say no because will you ever really know?
Right.
That's another question. Just answer
Will
the first
no, no,
question.
no, 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 no. Ain't no other question. Will you ever really know?
Well, if you got
The
a
answer is
dishonest
no.
person, then you got a bigger problem than body count. So if
You
your partner lie to
and there's
you,
no
you got a
way.
way bigger count
Can I
than
talk?
body count. My bad.
Can I talk?
Talking too much.
There's no way for you to know. What J. Cole say? Multiply by 3. There's no way for you to know.
Okay, Sean, let's be clear. So if a woman you're dating, you
Wait.
ask the question and she says she's had 20 sexual partners,
Let her ask it. Let her go. Let them fight.
Hold on.
like,
The
would
fight
you be
is
okay with
not
20?
on yet. The fight is
Say
not
again?
on yet.
Would you be okay with 20? I'm just saying, let's put a number to it. I know you may never know, but if she gives you a number, if she says 20,
Bruh.
Caddy.
I want to know too. Hurry
I-
up.
Yeah.
let
Let's
me
go.
answer Caddy. Let me answer Caddy. Let me answer Caddy.
Okay, how about if P you want to concede? No, P.
I like to yield my time.
Yeah. P ready to get to the action. Happy throwing up the action.
Because I want to hear everybody's opinion. P, does body count matter?
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
Sean,
Now we
Caddy,
ready. Let's go, Caddy.
ask your question, asshole. Go ahead.
Okay, now I'm gonna multiply. Let's say 100. She said she had 100 sexual partners.
No.
Would you be okay with that?
No.
That's 100 dicks.
So body count matters
Right.
then. So body count matters.
I mean,
Body count
like
matters. dude.
realistically, right? Like
That is
you're not
realistic.
asking your partner this question.
Who not?
Realistically.
Who not? Yes, you are.
What?
Yes.
Y'all still asking this question in 2021?
I ain't
You
really.
damn right.
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if
Start
you're
to
not
do
gonna
your-
give it a real answer, elasticity will, right? Like your
Okay,
body.
so Master Corey, is it that it's dirty of the individual to have
Please don't call
sex
him
with
Master
that
Corey.
many people, or is it that many people that she's had sex with, you don't want to have shared a body with somebody else? Is that what it is?
For one, I do think it's dirty for her to many people. Also, I could just find someone with less mileage on it, and that's what I would choose to do. I got options out here, so why get a high mileage vehicle? You know?
Okay, so let me ask you this, Corey. Let me ask
Yeah.
you this. She says she only been with 2.
Mhm.
Well, one of them she been with 1,000 times.
That's
Not the same.
respectable. I
That's a
can go with that.
relationship.
We love
Yeah, that's a
consistency.
relationship. Yeah.
Okay, so physically, is that any different from sleeping with 100 niggas?
So
Yeah.
this not a physical. My objection wasn't physical, like that would be worn out and that it wouldn't be no good for me. That wasn't my objection. My objection is I don't want her if that's the way she thinks about herself, that she gives of herself that freely to any and everyone. Then I don't want her.
And
Yeah.
that's
That's
not.
not the woman for me. But it wasn't a physical thing.
I
So
was
is
thinking
it
about
a
elasticity, and so to be technical with that, there is a difference, right? If you fucking the same,
You crazy,
you
man.
fucking the same dick, it's the shape of that dick. Like,
Yeah.
okay, cool. To be honest, you're not gonna murder it every time. Let's be real. Like, you're not. So, one dick versus many dicks.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta pick and choose your battles here.
Same. That's like when you if a car has one driver, they can sell it for more, right?
Yep.
When a car comes from a rental car company, because people drive in so many different ways, the value drops, right? Because so
analogy.
many people
Great
manipulate it.
analogy.
Right? So
that's
if
that's
Wait a
not
minute.
true.
That's a bad
Come
analogy.
on.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
That's a bad analogy.
Because
Because if a car got 180,000 miles on it, it just has 180,000 miles
that's
on it.
not true. That's not true. If a car has, because that's why they say how many owners on a car,
You
right?
can search for that.
Carfax.
Show me your whole facts.
Yeah. How many owners matters to the value. Because even when you see a car that has 6 owners, you're less likely to purchase if the same car was available with one owner. You're not going to value them the same, right? Just if you put yourself in that particular situation. Now, I do have a question. Because Sean asked the question, I was hoping he was going to put a different caveat in there. Corey, what if the girl was with 2 niggas, but you know both of them?
Uh,
What you gonna say now?
no, they got levels to
No.
knowing somebody. Like, I
Would
mean,
you
like
Corey,
know as if I seen them out somewhere before, or know as in like
you
I've been to their
That
house
goes
before.
back to Caddy's point about being in a place, and I agree with her about it doesn't matter. I don't want to be in a room or a setting, and then it's just all this pussy around that you've had.
Yeah.
Yeah. So even if she only had 2 dudes, but I knew both of them, I'd probably pass on her. I mean, I was just like again, like I said in the beginning, that it's no need for me to accept any less than desirable traits in my mate. So that's not a
but there's only
desirable.
2 guys, but you know them. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's not a desirable trait. No.
Like
P,
I don't ever want to have a dinner party or like be out with
Right.
my friends and I'd be like, "Oh, you had her too?" Or I'm sorry, for me, you had him too?
Yeah.
No, we're not doing that.
now,
Yeah.
now, Alex, I know you marry all respect, right? But now from a woman though, if a guy had 2 partners only and you knew both of them, is it the same?
I mean,
No, right then it's not. You see how fast
no.
we answer like that.
Because I mean, if they, I mean, obviously they liked what they had, so they weren't going elsewhere. It was consistent, good sex.
So it doesn't matter really.
I think maybe if they was in a relationship. I don't want to be in the same space as you.
Yeah.
It's interesting how no one's factored in cleanliness. Like to Hamp's point about the car. If a car got 180,000 miles, but it's a Toyota, that's a brand new car
Right.
because it's a higher quality than the average American car. So if a person is out there giving of themselves, you got to consider how many years the time span within that. You got to consider how well they're keeping themselves up because you could only have 5 partners, but if you a dirty motherfucker, that's
But you
that's
don't have
all.
no way of knowing how clean they were during this time. So that's something you'll never be able to know.
But
Just because we got access to
I
logic.
feel you will because it's like what you were saying before with like the quality of person. If she gives of herself so freely, you wouldn't want her. But if she's at a space where she's matching your energy, none of that shit is gonna matter because she's a new person now. And now, if you was around a girl who was giving of herself freely, you just wouldn't find her attractive. Period. Whether she had 1 nigga or 50. Am I right? Or no?
That's why I said Q. That's why I said it. What really doesn't matter because if you feel like she the person for you and she give you a body count number, is that going to change?
Yes.
Yes. She's not the person for me if she had a large number. She's no longer the person for me.
Yeah, but let's be real,
Thank you
right?
for the
Now,
streets.
here's a few factors. If you don't know any of the niggas, maybe you can give some grace. And if the proximity isn't the same, you can give
Yeah.
some grace. So
Exactly.
if she caught wild bodies in Texas, but we ain't never going to Texas, that's for damn sure. It may be better to be like, all right, I could fade this. And if you don't know none of them niggas, you might be able to fade, something, right? But you're gonna have to deal with it. As men, we have to deal with it, right? Cause I don't care what we don't want nobody touching our women before or after us once we find the one that we think we supposed to be with.
For
I
But
don't
sure.
you
care.
see how like
That's why I say it doesn't matter. Who asked? As
Yeah,
a
I mean
man,
it's
Corey, I'm not talking about you. Who asked? You actually asked the question, like, hey,
You
Yeah.
don't ask it.
we getting kind of serious.
I
yeah,
mean,
We
I
get
don't even think it
serious.
comes up
So
then. It
Sean,
can come up in casual conversation. But what my issue is how it's a double standard, how men associate a woman's value by how many bodies she has attached to her. But if we try to do the same thing, it's like, nah, like I was just doing my thing. I was single. And my thing is like, okay, well, if the value structure is based off of bodies, then it should, count the same. So, Corey, if you have a lot of bodies, that means your value is at negative 10. So,
Well,
like why isn't it like equal?
Well, first off, I mean, I could be valuing that activity differently than women value it. I value lack of experience as a plus. You may value experience as a plus. So we could just be valuing the activity differently. But if you do value it the same, it's up to women to then hold men accountable by not choosing men who have high body counts, and then men will be less likely to participate in that activity as much as they do. But right now, there's no consequence for having a high body count for a man, so we do it.
That's
So,
true.
as someone who values lack of experience, are you now admitting to the world you lack experience?
No, no,
Like
no.
that's a value of yours, right?
I value that in my partner. I didn't say I hadn't talking about nothing about what I have. So
No, no,
again,
you said I value lack of experience. That's something I value. That was a
in
quote.
in the
And do
people that
you
I
value?
choose, let me add the caveat in there. In the people that I choose, I value lack of experience. Yes, I do. That has nothing to do with my life.
See, that was a good
And do
question.
you also do you value
Hold on.
experience?
I also value people that can cook. I can't do that. I value people that can do all kinds of things I can't do. So the fact that I don't have that trait doesn't mean that I don't value it.
Mm.
So
Now, go ahead,
do
Alex.
you value lack of experience because it sets the bar lower for what you have to bring to the table
Not at
in
all. Not
regards
at
to sex?
You tried it.
I'm just saying, because if someone doesn't have that much experience, you can come there being subpar, and to her, she could be like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best." You don't have to
Nah.
go. You don't have to go all out because she has lack of experience.
That's an interesting counterpoint, Alex,
It
because
was
you
not.
know
It
if
wasn't. It
if she
wasn't
had
interesting.
experience, she would know the difference between a good sexual partner and a mediocre sexual
Well,
partner.
as long as she enjoys what we're doing, that's all that matters. So I don't need her to be able to have 1,000 other people to compare it to. If she enjoys our interactions, then we good. So
So if she's okay with mediocre, then she's good with you. She's A all.
again, I
And I
could be.
would be, and for
Cool.
me, I would be more concerned about the girl who has had the two consistent partners because obviously there's something that they're doing good that's making her run back
A relationship.
constantly.
Maybe they're in a committed relationship.
No,
So
even if
maybe.
no, let's say they're
Talk
not in a
your shit,
relationship.
Alex.
They're not in a committed relationship. This is my piece. This is my
Oh, then
person that I
I might
call.
not want her either. Then, so if she just give it herself freely without
Oh,
requiring
Corey, just be
commitment,
glad
Oh,
you
then
married.
stop.
To two guys?
Bye.
I may not
That's
want her either.
so the body count don't matter to Corey either, right?
What are you talking about? I just said it do. It
You said
absolutely.
she gave you the example, said two dudes. If it's two dudes, but one of them just been her sex piece, you said no, I don't want that.
Right. So no, I said yeah because this is now something else that matters. In what type of situations do you give yourself? So if she had 5 dudes, that might not matter, but she had 5 one night stands. That does matter. So it's more nuance to it than just the number. The circumstances of how she got to that number matter as well.
It's giving Handmaid's Tale. That's what it's giving.
No, it's not. You know what I'm saying? You could be like 10, but if she smashed 10 dudes the first night, then that's a little different.
Yeah. So time matters, proximity.
Everything matters.
If you
I
know
just
them,
want to see your lab court results.
Let's see.
That's all.
What is that going to what is that going to tell me? What does that tell you?
yeah,
Your
and
lab
also,
court results?
Well, that's from the cleanliness perspective.
That's
yeah,
what I
If
currently
you
got.
can
I
take
don't
the
say what I had last year.
receipt,
yeah.
But
I
true.
don't
But if you
say-
got rid of it, cool.
that don't mean I would clean it all. That's talking about what I had last year, the year before that, when I was wilding out.
Question. What do you think about? And maybe this is too much, but so like Caddy's point about the double standard, how women don't put the same value on it as Corey said, and if they do, they certainly don't talk about it or address it in the same way men do. What about the biology of it? So like, and again, if I'm off base, let me know. But we make what 10 million sperm a day. We can pollinate as many eggs as we want to, right? And keep it pushing. Gestation takes 10 months for a woman. So is it totally out of line that we are more, for lack of a better term, like promiscuous and women usually can't do the same thing? Or does it make sense just based on like biology or science, whatever word is most fitting?
I don't. I think it comes down to like emotions. You know, I don't believe that there are. I see that's a fine line. The women on this might hate me after this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I don't think there's a double standard